Hello everybody and welcome back to Fate Extra, and as you can see, I'm not on the right floor, so we gotta go down to the first floor. And now we gotta head into the arena. Coliseum? No, this is the arena. The Coliseum is where we go to when we actually fight our opponents. For real. Hey, there's that rare monster I was talking about. We'll be facing him in this episode, so there really is no real skill involved with fighting those guys. Just spam your strongest skills and you should be fine. So anyway, we need to find out what is causing Julia's servant to have invisibility. There's nothing real amazing you have to do here. You just gotta go to where you put the traps. I don't know what happens if you backtrack after Julius appears, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. So they're gonna be chasing us. I don't think they appear on the map screen, so I don't know I don't know what happens if you backtrack, like I said. So I don't know if you just die or what. I didn't want to find out, so I didn't. What's happening to you, Rin? I don't think it's ever explained what exactly she does, but she's alive. That's what we know, but we don't know what exactly she did to get Julius in here. You can barely see Julius' servant here. Yeah, you can just barely make out his outline. I guess he noticed the trap, but didn't think anything of it because it didn't do anything. Who knows? They don't notice the second trap at all. Anyway, I'll recommend you ignore the enemies if you can. If you can't, well then you're gonna have to fight them. I ignore the enemies just for the sake of moving on with the video. I'm sure you guys can guess what the right trap is. It's not this one. No, originally I thought the trap would just like detect like what he used to become invisible, but no, it does a little bit more than that. Oh, you can see us in the background there. I didn't notice that. Oh no, they're going the other way. So anyway, we need to move on to the next trap. You know, I had a topic to talk about during this video, but I can't recall what it is. Oh yeah, Now I remember. It's kind of interesting to think about who's gonna watch your videos in the future. Because I thought about that last night. Like who's gonna watch my videos in the future? Somebody, because who knows how long YouTube is gonna be up. I'm not saying the next 20 years somebody's gonna come back and watch this video of mine that I put up, and they're wondering what a PSP is, or maybe they've used a PSP and they never, you know, that kind of stuff. It's kind of stuff I sort of think about sometimes when I'm alone, staring at the ceiling at night in my bed. I was thinking about who could be watching my videos in the future, and who would watch like this one specifically. Would somebody had just come across the PSP and wondered what games were on it, and they just come across this one and they just found one of my videos? Or perhaps they were going through my channel and found this video in one of my playlists and were interested in what it was about. Maybe somebody watched this video in a time when graphics are super realistic on all systems. Well, not super realistic, but you know, highly advanced graphics. And this looks completely dated by this when somebody watches this video, because this doesn't look too dated now. It doesn't look like the best game, but it looks good for what system it was on. Just something to think about. Oh, I can think about it all I want and nothing will happen. But anyway, we're gonna have to fight Julius' servant here. Julius's servant. I don't know what he means, but he cannot maintain this form for long. I think you just need to spam your skills here. Yeah, just spam your skills. There's no reason not to. And it'll prevent him from attacking you, so. And use MP heal, because you're gonna need that. That focus chi skill will be important when we actually fight the guy. So you're gonna want to equip the Exorcist Blade when you actually fight this guy for real at the end of the week. Because when he uses focus chi, he'll be able to use his Noble Phantasm. It's a requirement for him to be able to use his Noble Phantasm. Let's just say I didn't think he would use it so soon, and I get hit by it. But anyway, this battle isn't too difficult. Just spam skills and use MP heal at the end of every turn, so you could recover your MP, so you can continue to spam skills. I don't think any of his skills will actually hurt you, so you might. But you don't really have to attack him while he's using a skill, so guarding should be fine overall. Let's see here, we'll find out if this one skill actually does hurt us. Oh, did I stun him? No, I didn't. And now we can't guard. Oh well, it's not like we really needed to anyway in the first place, so not a big deal. And as you can see, I'm actually doing quite a bit of damage to this guy. Usually during any of these fights, I usually don't do much damage to the enemy servant, but Maybe it's because of how high leveled I am, but we're actually doing some decent damage onto this guy, and this is where I figure out that I should be able to take out this guy no problem during the actual fight. Sorry about that, my phone was ringing, as you may have heard. Wasn't anything important. Just another interruption in the series of interruptions that will always plague my videos. We almost take this guy to half of his HP. What? We were kicking your ass. We had a lot of ability. You're just stupid. Yep, that's my best insult. Yeah. Something will end there, certainly, Julius. Something will certainly end. Use what? Use what, Caster? Don't leave us in the... Ah, no, I don't remember the saying. Oh well. But anyway, Ren's alright. Hooray! Oh, but I will push myself today, and we'll explore the entirety of the arena. We have one more day after this one, so if you haven't gotten your Decipher Trigger key or whatever it's called in the first floor of the arena, I would recommend you get it during the next. You get the Decipher Trigger on the arena on this floor now, and you get the Cipher key on the first floor in the next day or tomorrow in game. Anyway, I recommend you bring a lot of MP restorative items for your character here, so you can heal Caster's HP. Oh, I'll say I didn't cut this video out, but yeah, you can see that I know exactly what this Blazing Soul's gonna do because I fought him so many times. But yeah, any of the enemies here that you fight, like what I do is I use Shockwave Second Strike, then I use Bestial Sky and a skill with Caster, and after I do that enough times, I eventually know their pattern, and so I stop using Bestial Sky and just use a skill after I do some damage with some normal attacks. And eventually stop using Shockwave Second Strike. But anyway. Now we're gonna fight the rare enemy of this floor, Nephilim. Let's see, Beta, I think. Is that what that one might... I think that symbol might stand for. Probably means something else, but I can assume it's Beta because it looks like a B from here. Anyway, same thing as before. Just spam your skills. Use Bestial Sky if you can. But when you don't know what he's gonna do, it might be best for you to just spam skills instead of using Bestial Sky. But do whatever you want. And as you can see, we take him out. He wasn't too difficult. And he doesn't give us too much experience because of how high leveled we are. I think I do grind to level 34 and then I stop there. I was thinking of grinding up to level 35, but I decided that wasn't necessary, so I decided to move on, I believe. I think you'll see me do that on the last day when I go into the arena and then I go out without actually leveling up. We have two new enemies in this arena. One is those, I recall those weather vane enemies or bird-like enemies we saw in earlier arenas. I'm mostly just focused on. Oh, do I really come back and fight him? No, okay, no, I don't. At this point, I was just focused on exploring the dungeon because I can do all the grinding I needed after I explored the dungeon. So I didn't see any point in really fighting everybody. Anyway, this thing actually attacks us. So I'm not sure if the attacking, like an enemy attacking you, has to do with the level, with your level, or how many times you've actually fought the enemy. I think it might have to do a little bit with both, but I don't know. Actually, I think it might have to do with how many times you fought the enemy, because I guess an enemy would be less inclined to actually fight you if you know everything it's gonna do. But who knows? I certainly know. I don't know, cast it. Now there is going to be a new enemy up here, and you'll see the golem enemy over there. He actually isn't too difficult. I never let him attack me, so I suppose that's something. I don't know what he actually does, to be honest, because all I've done is use Shockwave's second strike, then Bestial Sky and the skill, and that's been enough for me to take him out. I know he waits. I don't know if he counter attack you while he waits, or whether or not he'll just do nothing. So, but I don't take any chances considering how big he looks and how a fragile caster can be. So I just finish him off. But, you know, to keep in tradition that I've been doing, I show off like every enemy twice, and then I never show them off again. If I can help it, because, you know, sometimes I forget. Looks like these guys don't have a lot of magic defense, because look at that. Oh no, wait. No, never mind. This one I took them out in one hit. Must be misremembering. Maybe I take them out in one hit after I level up once more. But anyway, they do give a decent amount of experience, so I do recommend grinding here at least, if you didn't grind in the earlier floor. Or in the last floor, I should say. Anyway, one more sandstorm. Anyway, oh, looks like I didn't do what I needed to do here. Or, I didn't stun it, I should say. Meh. I think they follow a similar pattern to previous versions of the enemy. Not exact, but they do something similar. A lot of the enemies, the recolors, tend to have similar patterns to their earlier counterparts. It's not the exact same, but you can use the earlier counterparts as a point of reference for their you know, stronger cousins or whatever. Like I said, the enemies here give a decent amount of experience, so grinding here won't be too bad. I've never heard of that expression before. Oh, Jesus. What was that? I never heard of that expression before. He who cries over a penny cries over a penny. I guess that must be a thing that... what is it? A message lost in translation, I suppose. I don't think that's the right way to word it, but what I'm trying to say here, it was a Japanese saying that didn't have an English equivalent or wasn't translated into its English equivalent. He cries over a penny, cries over a penny. You know, I kind of want to look this up now. He cries over a penny. I get the Big Bang Theory, so is that I don't think that's what the saying is. Well, I don't think that's what the saying's talking about. So I'm gonna assume that I think Penny is a character in that show. So that's something, I guess. You know, the end of the videos is often where I tend to slow down on commentary because of a lack of things to say, and sometimes I neglect starting something because I don't want to talk too much where I make the video longer than it really is supposed to be. But yeah, we're gonna get the cipher key, cipher trigger, whatever you want to call it, up there. So I'll see you guys again next time, whenever that is. Bye.
次に行きましょう。